All right, guys, you have made it to your 8th week. I know you're excited and I know you're very proud of yourselves. I'm very proud of you as well. So this week, to start, guys, we do not have a discussion board question. I just need you to make sure that you're finishing up all your assignments. So for the discussion board, it says there is no discussion board for week 8. Take this week to complete your research paper and your lesson plan. All assignments are due Sunday night. I know I originally said by the 3rd, but I want to give you a little bit of extended time there. If you can get them to me by the 3rd, please do. Like if you finish with your research paper, go ahead and turn it in so I can go ahead and grade it, and it'll give me a chance to give you feedback. But if you are just pressed for time, then just send it in by the 6th. But if you want feedback and you want me to give it back to you to make changes, then have it in by the 3rd. If you're doing it by the 6th, of course, by 11 p.m. Because I'll have to have grades in shortly after, okay? If we take a look at week 8, you'll see here that you need to do the wrapping it up for 15 and 16. Again, there's no discussion question, and you need to get your research paper done, and you also need to get your lesson plan done. In regard to the research paper serves as your exam grade, and of course, remember we talked about you focusing on one specific topic, and make sure that you narrow that topic and that it's not too broad, because your paper is only 15 to 18 pages, so that's not a lot of research information when you're writing a research paper. So make sure that you cone it down very narrow for the subject that you're going to be talking about. So if you're talking about differentiation, then you need to pick a specific grade level, and then you need to pick specific strategies, make specific examples, have specific case studies, specific research to back that up. And so you're not all over the place with all kinds of strategies. You stick to specific things for each part of your research paper as you write your outline. If you want me to check your outline, you're welcome to send it to me and I can work with you on that. If you're talking about parental involvement, make sure that it's parental involvement at a certain level. What type of parental involvement? Are we asking about academics? Are we talking about sports? Are we talking about outside activities? Are we talking about things that the teacher's doing inside the classroom? Be really specific with your research. If you're going to cover one or two things that have to do with parental involvement, make sure that you narrow your focus. Again, your paper needs to be 15 to 18 pages. You need to also create a PowerPoint presentation that goes alongside your paper. So the PowerPoint presentation is about 10 slides. Your paper 15 to 18 pages, which is 100 points, and then the PowerPoint presentation is 50 points, and those two things go together. Remember that Questia inside Cengage is a great place for you to look for articles, educational articles that we know are good articles and they're sound, instead of just searching on the internet. So also you have Wiggins Memorial Library here on the site that you can make access to. The rubric for the research paper is here as well. So let's go inside of week 8. Get here inside of week 8. Here is the rubric. And then, of course, you guys, you got to do the wrapping it up quiz for 15 and 16. And there are the PowerPoint presentations and the lecture for 15 and 16. And then the lesson plan is here. And of course, I forgot one thing. You need the 50-point PowerPoint presentation. So let me put that there real quick. Sorry about that. So this is the PowerPoint to the PowerPoint to the research paper. And remember, that is 50 points. So I just needed to put that there for you so you have that. I apologize for having to do that now. 50 points. And move this out of the way. There you go. So now, guys, we should have, it'll take a minute to load. So now we have the rubric, we have the lesson plan, and I'll go back and put the research paper. I don't see the research paper load there as well. And I'll just put load research. paper here. And you have your instruction already, and that is in 100 points. Okay. Okay, and don't forget that this one is due by the 3rd if you can. If you can't get to the 3rd, then just make it the 6th. Okay, all right, so got those two things done. So everything is posted as far as uploading things. In regard to your lesson plan, the lesson plan is housed inside of the Google Classroom. So you'll need to go to the Google Classroom to pick up the lesson plan, and then you'll download it and put it in Blackboard. So the lesson plan information is here, and of course I'll tell you again that EdTPA is the performance-based subject-specific assessment and support system used by teacher preparation programs like us, Campbell University, throughout the United States, and it's used to emphasize, measure, and support the skills and knowledge that all teachers need from day one. So really, guys, it's just best practice is all it is. Simply best practice is what EdTPA is. When you're looking at the EdTPA lesson plan, you'll see central focus, standard, the lesson objectives, and then you'll see lots of detailed information. So I'm giving you that information because it really is a 6-point lesson plan, but it's an in-depth, extended 6-point lesson plan that causes you to really think about what it is that you're teaching. So I'm not just wanting a lesson plan. A lesson plan is a detailed step-by-step guide of what the teacher's objectives is for what she wants the students to be able to do. Students will be able to. At the same time, you're creating that lesson plan, and then you're involving the goals, you're involving the objectives, developing the activities that go along with the goals and the objectives. You're determining what materials you're going to use, what activities you're going to have, and what assessment you're going to use to determine whether or not the students have learned what it is that you want them to learn. And then along the way, what informative assessments are you doing, like thumbs up or ticket in the door, ticket out the door, things like that. So the lesson plan is just going to be essentially a step-by-step guide that you develop that includes the objectives, the activities, the materials, the assessment. So I want all of that. I want copies of everything inside the lesson plan. When you go here to the Google Classroom, you'll see that I have given you a This one is understanding the academic language. So if there's something language inside the lesson plan that you don't understand, you can go there and look at it. Start with this central focus video though. Start with this one first because it tells you how the central focus is the long-term goal that unites the lesson target. So whatever your lesson targets are throughout the lesson plan, that central focus is what ties everything together. And when you're doing activities or when you're creating and developing the lesson plan, everything goes back to the central focus. So everything always links back to your central focus. Also inside of the Google Classroom are some flashcards here on the just the language that is used within the lesson plan, and then the lesson plan itself, and then there's some tips here. So go through these resources because they will help you to write your lesson plan. I'm always here, so if you need me to answer questions, to help you narrow your focus, whatever it is that you need me to help you do, you just email me, text me, or you can even call me, and I'll work with you on your lesson plan, on your PowerPoint, on your research paper, just whatever it is. And someone had asked me last week if I would open up some of the quiz, and I'll go back and open those quiz up for you guys if I can. And I'll shoot you an email out to let you know that that's done. So thank you for a great semester. And hopefully you guys will have everything in by the 3rd. If you can't get it in by the 3rd, make sure you have it in by the 6th. Thank you very much.